I am an older working woman. The reason I did something like this was I have a older son. He's
Mhm.
34. He came back from the military ill. For me, what stood out was, as I said, I travel for my job.
Yeah.
So for me to try to find something that could actually make money. And I love the P&L spreadsheet that they keep. That is
Mhm.
huge for me because I'm not a numbers person. I am an older working woman. I travel for my job. I'm in revenue cycle. So basically I go to hospitals all over the United States and I'm usually gone from Monday through Friday. So travel a lot. That's what I do there. I have the reason I did something like this was I have older son. He's
Mhm.
34. He came back from the military ill, and he does get subsidized through the VA, but it's barely enough to buy toilet paper, as you can imagine. So I'm actually just trying to. I was actually trying to think of ways to subsidize him and help him. So that's how I got started looking into this. That's really all that pertains to
Yeah.
this. I mean, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your son, but yeah, hopefully we can really help you meet your goals there. And where are you based out of?
I live outside of Austin, Texas.
Okay, nice, excellent. And I guess when you were exploring all of this stuff, what made you choose us or this option as the one that you wanted to go with?
I heard about you guys maybe on Instagram, could have been,
Yeah,
and I looked at it. I did like the fact that you didn't really do a whole lot of huge guarantees. And then I guess, honestly, speaking to Tyler, just kind of telling him what kind of person I am, where I'm coming from, that I'm not one of those that's just like this entrepreneur investor and I have all this money because I don't.
yeah,
Um, and he honestly, kudos to him. He did make me feel secure and tell me there was other people like me, and he thought it was a good deal for me.
Was there anything that stood out about anything else? Obviously, we don't promise the world, right? Because business, it's hard to guarantee stuff in business. But anything else that
I guess for me, what stood out was, as I said, I travel for my job.
yeah,
So for me to try to find something that could actually make money and being able to let you guys do what you do, with your expertise,
mm,
and me just kind of being on the sidelines, that probably was the biggest thing.
excellent. And how was your onboarding process?
Yeah, all that was good. I
Cool,
mean, I can't relatively quick, do the stuff, get your logins, and that was over.
awesome. What's been the best part for you, or where we've
Oh,
helped you?
honestly, just the hands-off part. I mean, I think at first I didn't take that part seriously, and like I said, I'm, um, definitely an overthinker, and I'm a communicator. I communicate. I like to so at first I was, like, looking at all my emails, and I was
Yeah.
emailing the team going, "Okay, guys, this guy needs a refund," and they're like, "Ma'am, we got this," you know? And so I did finally realize, okay, I've got to kind of stop that. And I love the P&L spreadsheet that they keep. That is
Mhm.
huge for me because I'm not a numbers person. And there again, another reason why it's super intimidating for me. I mean, obviously, I'm a businesswoman, so I get it, but I don't like it. I don't like numbers. So super helpful for him to, for them to have that and me to see, because like with my credit card that I'm using, and I'm trying just to use one credit card,
Right.
but you do see a daily, plethora of transactions. And so it's good for you to go back and go, okay, but you've made a little bit on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just the hands off and the P&L spreadsheet is huge.
Cool. Yeah, and I think your store, you got set up in July, so I'm sure July and August weren't much at all, but a little bit of growth over September and October, and then looks like November, your store really started to gain.
Really started to. I didn't know if that was because of the subreddit and you guys were like, "Hey, we got to make this chick some money." But whatever it is, I'm like totally happy. I'm ready to tell everybody. Like I said, I'm ready to shout it. I mean, I would
Awesome.
love nothing more than for this to work out and me to be able to tell my friends, people that, don't really have a lot of money, but maybe they got 20,000 bucks they can
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because once your store, like, honestly, being on this side, like the hardest part is getting your first, significant month, like $500 in profit, a few $1,000s in sales. Because if you think about how eBay works, it's so dependent upon reviews and ranking, and obviously the items you're selling, and you can't fake any of that stuff in the beginning, right? You have to get it.
Yeah.
So it can be a grind in the beginning for sure, and certainly slow. But if you do over 500, $600 in profit November, we're going to aim everyone at that point to make $1,000 in December.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm hoping, at this point, I just want to make my money back. And then, gosh, just be thrilled if it went from there.
Yeah, I mean, what we try and do is, certainly at least a few $1,000s in profit every month. On a mature store, at least a year old, a year and a half old. So that's what we've seen in the past, and we're pretty confident. Like I said, once we get past that first hurdle for you, we can do that. You mentioned you had some concerns and doubts in the beginning, and then it's kind of scary sending someone on the internet some money. Do you have any advice for folks if they're thinking about doing this?
It's like what I've told, and I've probably talked to about 10 people
Oh,
just
nice.
offline.
Thank you.
Um, and always, first of all, I have a real strong faith base. I am a Christian and I believe, do good to others. So I would never be disparaging or badgering of any nature. And I do try to look at the good. And so I've told everybody, hey, it really has gone basically like they said. I mean, so basically my advice is just to go for it or not, but don't be tweet because there's several. I mean, I've probably talked to 4 or 5 that I don't think have signed up yet, and they keep asking questions and it's like, "Okay, dude, you're gonna do it or you're not
Let's
gonna
do
do
it.
it." Yeah, you gotta, like
Or not.
yeah.
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 Yeah, no, I 100% agree, 'cause I lead the front end, so I lead all the onboarding, the enrollment and stuff, and yeah, quick decisions are always appreciated from our company's perspective too.
Yeah.
Like, whether you do it or not, we don't care, just make a decision.
Well, yeah, because like, in the end, you're spending for you guys, imagine you're spending all this time with people and
Yeah,
investing your time as money,
yeah,
and then if they decide not to do it, and it's like, "Okay, I get it, you have these questions, we've answered them, now either" yeah,
cool.
absolutely.
Yeah, my last question is just any final thoughts or conclusions, that you can draw so far early in your ex.
Really no, just basically what I said. I mean, recently they've asked us to open up or me to open up more Amazons.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like there was a whole lot of good, direction with that as well. Um, initially, I couldn't remember how I even signed up my personal Amazon, and so I started using the phone number, and I was like,
Mm,
"Oh my gosh, it won't let you do it." And then I realized, "Oh, it will let you do it if you do different emails."
mm,
So
a little bit
so
more
I created the
clarification there.
yeah, so I created the different emails, but yeah, just the extra input to people like me who kinda need a little bit of hand-holding. I guess that's the only thing I can say, and I think you can get from me now, just like even with my decision, it was like, I'm either gonna do this or I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not the kind of person that could sit there forever and, but I do need a little bit of direction when it's like, "Okay, you need to open up 10 more Amazons." I'm like, "Well, this is making me nervous," you know?
yeah.
Yeah.